also known as Knit Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. This scent, the month for this month is coconut lime verbena.
The month for this month?
Yeah, the scent for this month is coconut lime verbena, and you get 25% off anything in our shop that's scented in that fragrance. So the soaps, lotions, candles, bath salts, the works. You get to enjoy those for a discount. We have other sale items, so if you swing on by and look at our specials,
Swing.
yeah, swing on by. You can check out and see what we have on sale this month. And continuing in our freebie giveaway thing at our shop, this week we are adding our new lip balm, which is strawberry. Let's see if we can get that to focus. It always gives me a hard time. Focus. Yeah. No, I got to cover you up.
No.
The camera likes to focus on faces. Not upside down. Anyway, so we're adding strawberry lip balm into the shop. We're putting it in there, and then for the next week, you can try that out for free. We're doing the same special that we're doing for the last couple podcasts. So you spend $10 or more on other items, put this into your cart, and so the total will actually be like $12.95, and then you use the coupon code TRYME, and then it takes off $2.95. So it ends up being free. So, but you got to put in $10 of other items in there, and you can take advantage. You can try out that special is good on our strawberry lip balm from Monday, this coming Monday, which is the 27th through the following Sunday. So you get a week to take advantage of that. Try out the new one, and I think you'll like it. I know
It tastes like if you went in your garden and just fresh picked strawberries. Oh, so yummy.
Yeah, this is actually 100% strawberry extract, which is how it's flavored. So it's like the real thing, because it is. But yeah, so you can try that out for free, and like I said, take advantage of that special. So I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Yeah. So
You were just on a roll. So.
I'm always on a roll. Yeah, get me started, and I can't shut up. So
It's a little funny side note was, since we're talking about the lip balm, is in our Why We Love Wolf Farms thread on our group, Emily, Chain of Fools of the Fibertown podcast, made a comment in there about they have about 8 different flavors of Wolf Farm lip balms, and she went into her daughter's room, and she walked in and saw her daughter applying the world's best coffee to their dog Alice. And the dog loves it. Which it's funny because Sadie, when I put the cupcake on, I mean, she's on top of you in your face trying to or she likes the pina colada. Now there's one she don't like.
Which one was that? Because I remember you putting it on and she didn't care.
It might have been the coffee one. She didn't like the coffee one. I know that one she didn't like.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was, but I know whenever she sees you put it on, she's over there, and then she, and you can tell the one she likes. You see the tongue coming out. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So
back off.
That was just so funny. I've chuckled all week about that.
So if you want to give your dogs a treat,
and it's all natural, so it's not
going to hurt
them. And I actually do use our products. I also was asked about lotions for our animals, and I do use our lotion on our animals, especially our pig, because they have dry skin, and the one I always use is chocolate covered cherries, because that's the one he likes. He didn't like lavender. He got really fussy, but so now whenever I smell our chocolate covered cherries, it reminds me of the pig. So yeah, but it's safe for all uses.
Hey, if you could put it on, then anything could put it on pretty much, because you have so many allergies. So
yeah, and I specifically use our soap for shampoo, and also Jimmy does, and I use that to bathe the dogs in, because it lathers so well, and so and it has the coconut oil to condition and moisturize. So
all the good stuff.
I'm just farming it here.
Extended commercial. Just kidding. But
Get back to your regularly scheduled program.
That's pretty funny catching her putting it on the dog, though.
Yeah. So that's definitely Alice's lip balm now. And it's so funny because that's my grandma's name. So I always chuckle when she calls her dog Alice.
Yeah, I have to give
Poor
your Grandma Alice some world's best coffee lip balm and see if she likes that, huh?
Yeah, see if it'll perk her up. Wanted to welcome new viewers and welcome to returning viewers. And I want to give a special little shout out and welcome to our youngest little fan, which is Erin. Hi, Erin. Hi, Erin. That she does this when she's wanting a hug from us. So I'm giving her a hug back. And there's a video of her in our thread on episode 94 in Ravelry. And her mom, which is Jinsta, is it 79? Where'd it go? Jinsta 79, yeah. Jenny posted a little YouTube video of her watching us. And it is just it's so precious. And I'd love to see her because she says she also kind of dances with our the theme music. So, yep. So I wanted to give her a shout out. And her mommy is the maker of Jelly Bean Yarns. So she's in the UK. She has, see, I saved this yarn because it's so special. And yeah, she's got tons of pretty, and she's on Etsy. And yeah, she's got gorgeous colors. She's jellybeanyarns.etsy.com. So, yep. So little Erin gets to squish all these pretties. How she finds time to dye with the little one, I don't know. Yep. So, but yeah, I just loved that.
See, fun for all ages.
Yep. And Erin, there's going to be little baby birdies soon.
Yep.
And chicken. Yeah, rooster. You got roosters and ducks. Because she likes those parts of the video.
She likes the animal parts, so we got some stuff to deal with when we get to the farm happenings. So why don't we move on to the farm happenings? And
farm happenings.
You wanted to deal with the first thing you have on the list first?
We have cherries.
Yep.
I stumbled upon them. I was out turning off the lake, and I thought, there's something red on that tree. Cherries.
Yeah, we actually got to pick and eat some cherries off of
3.
our own.
4.
We picked. There's a couple that weren't right, not fully right. So, but we did have a number of cherries on there. Not a big cherry turnout this year because the weather. It needs so many hours below like 45 degrees in order for it to really produce a lot of fruit. And this winter was really warm. We didn't get a lot of cold time. It's like they need like 800 or 900 hours below 45 degrees, and we didn't get that. But we still had some fruit that showed up, and so it wasn't a whole lot. But our other trees are going, they're going gangbusters out there. They have a lot of...
I was going to sneeze. That's what I'm trying to...
Yeah, our apricots and all that, which normally we get a late freeze, it kills off all the early fruit. We didn't get that late freeze this year, so we have a lot of fruit growing on the trees. So hopefully we can get...
So make lots of jam.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully we get the fruit off there and the birds and the squirrels and the chipmunks and stuff don't take it all. Which is how we were dealing with the last year. We actually had some. It wasn't a big turnout, but it all disappeared, so hopefully we can hold on to some to get a hold of that.
So there's maybe 10 cherries out there?
Yeah, we were digging through. We were finding some more than what you had seen originally. So, but pretty cool. We had our first fruit of the year off our own trees. So.
It was quite exciting, believe me.
And it was good, too.
Yeah.
Nothing beats a tree ripened
anything
fruit.
Fresh from the garden or the trees.
Yeah. You going to sneeze?
No, I was holding it back.
Get some yarn and tickle your nose. All right, so
we had something unexpected yesterday.
Unexpected delivery, so to speak. I had gotten home yesterday after being out and about, and we have these birds that we call the water birds.
Yeah, we just call them water
because they've been hanging out at our property for probably 6 months at least. I mean, they've been around for a while.
Longer than that.
Well, I don't remember when we started, but they've been around for a while, and they usually go on our front lawn, or they go back to the lake. They kind of go between both places. Well, I showed up yesterday, got home, and I came out and I heard them because they have this really loud trill,
yeah.
and I hear them and they're acting kind of funky, so to speak. And then I see four little babies running around on the lawn and everything, and I'm like, "Hey, Don, you got to come out, check this out." And so yeah, they had 4 babies. It must have been within the last day or two because I've been out and about, and this is the first I've noticed them. So I'm thinking that this is the first time they've left the nest since they were hatched, and it's pretty impressive to watching them. But we Googled and figured out that they are a killdeer bird,
which is a plover bird. What's plover bird? I even Instagrammed a picture to see if that's really what they were. And CatB913, she said, yeah, they have them there, so that's definitely what they are. And so that was cool. Yeah,
well, it's interesting because they when they have babies, baby birds out there, the mom and dad will do funny things to distract predators so that they don't see the babies. And that's what they were doing yesterday when we went out to look at them. And I did a little video of their little distraction thing. So let me show that really quick, and then we can talk about the other stuff that was going on. So let's cut over to that.
And then they make their nest in like bushes and stuff, and their eggs we haven't found the egg shells, but they look like rocks, so they can like whiten.
Yeah, like white with black speckles and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a little bitty stone.
Yeah, we have on the front of our house, we have the big privet bush that runs the length of our garage. And we always have bunnies in there. We have sparrows, and the animals like to hide in there. So I'm thinking that's probably where they have the nest, somewhere around there, because that's where the babies had first. I'd first seen them over by the grass and everything, over by the bushes there. But now, they're out in the back by the lake. So they're just little fuzzy little birds. Because I took some pictures of them, and that's what you use for your Instagram to post up there. But I was taking some pictures, but they're all little fuzzy things, and it's funny. They just kind of scatter, and then the mom and dad will fly over and try and distract you. It's pretty funny. So, and I done some video, but it was really it didn't turn out too well yesterday. So I did some video outside today. So. Are we ready to go outside and take a look at the...
Yeah, it's funny because someone, I can't remember who it was now, said that when we do this, it's a ZZ top.
Oh, the ZZ top, yeah.
Wait. The things I gotta do.
Well, here on the farm.
Guess I gotta grow my hair long again.
Yeah, get my guitar and grow my beard. Hey, I had my beard at Christmas time. That's when we do that ZZ top. I'll get my Santa outfit. Huh? All right, well, let's go outside, and we got some video of the baby birds, and also an update, kind of a little shot of the duck girls, and they're out by the lake. and then our favorite chicken, Craigie. So let's go outside. Whoosh. Monster chicken. All right, we're back. So yeah, so I got a picture of the girls, the babies out there with the mom, and we have more than 2 adult ones, so I don't know. Sometimes we have even 3 and 4, so I don't know. The 2 that I'm assuming are the parents are always around with, now that the babies are there. But we always have like 1 or 2 other ones. We've had as many, I think, as 4 at one time out by the water. So hopefully they stick around. They're
loud. Mm-hmm. And they don't sleep at night either. They're really loud at night too.
It's okay. The chickens don't either. In the middle of the night, they'll go, "Arr, arr," and you hear.
No, they don't start that till about 3.
Yeah, 3 in the morning for those that like to sleep in.
That don't happen here.
But we hear the ducks too. The ducks will quack. You hear them quacking at night, and sometimes the geese. But it just takes one rooster to get going, and then the other ones will start answering. And
or if they hear sirens, then they all...
Yeah, everybody wakes up then, and they got to respond. But it's pretty funny. And the turkey really likes this. Yeah. He likes the sirens because it gives him someone to talk to, I guess. So.
Any other farm happenings?
No, I think that's covers it for now. But I thought that was neat that we got some unexpected delivery there, the little babies, and I said hopefully they stick around and we can enjoy them because it's always neat watching them. They don't fly a lot. They're mainly a ground bird, so they stay on the ground and running around and stuff. Whereas the sparrows, like we have, are always flying. So.
Well, my doves stay around.
Yeah.
And we had a white one the other day.
Yeah, they get stuck in the chicken area, and so I have to go and rescue them. So
You're
grab
not very
them.
bright, man.
Yeah, they get in there, and we have it the chicken area all netted. It's fenced all the way around, and we have it netted so the crows don't come in the area. And so sometimes they find the little bit of opening by the gate that they can come in, and they get in there, and then they get tired out. So I have to go rescue them. The chickens don't bother them too much, but I rescued this white one. I always bring them over and into the window and show Dawn. And it just sat there in my palm, because I usually, when I open up my palm, they'll fly away. And it just sat there resting, because I think it had been in there for a little bit before we realized that it was in there. And it just sat there and then flew away. But, we have doves, a lot of them.
Hearing them.
Yeah, because we feed them. We feed the rabbits. We feed everything around here, whether it's part of our farm or not, gets fed. And so we had a lot of rabbits this year. So little baby ones, little tiny ones. They all live over into our little forest over here on this side, and they come over into the geese and Craig area at night, and they eat all the food.
So
what's cooking?
What's cooking? I did a lot of cooking this week.
Yeah, you were on a ball.
Tuesday it was, because I was stressed. I made kale chips. I made granola. I made oatmeal cookies. What was the other thing I made? I made bread. Bread. Yes, I did. And I got it. It looked like a loaf. And this is all thanks to A.L. Jones, 1954. Because she suggested me doing my dough part in my bread machine. Because she'd asked if I did it in bread machine or old-fashioned. Mm-hmm. And I go, I'd do it all by hand, and that don't work.
It comes out too flat. So
And so I threw all the stuff in my bread machine, and I let it do the mixing and all that in the first rise. And then I took it out, and then I, rolled it out and put it in the loaf pan, and then I let it do its second rise. And
it stayed puffy.
It stayed puffy. It's so yummy. So it worked.
Yeah, it doesn't taste any different than the flatter bread. It just looks nicer.
No, that was my thing. Is I just wanted it to look like a loaf.
Yeah, because when you were doing the rising before, when you hand mixed it all and stuff, it would get puffy, but then it would shrink back down, and so it wouldn't stay puffy. So with it mixing it in the bread machine, that worked.
It worked.
So yay.
So
and Jimmy can't get enough of it. He's
like,
he likes that.
He likes my granola too, except he's picking out the craisins. So
yeah, you were cooking up a storm this week.
Yep.
You did granola yesterday too.
No, that's true because I ate the other.
Yeah, didn't last that long.
No weight loss this week.
Why?
I lost inches.
Yeah.
In the wrong place, but I lost inches. So let's go in the coop.
In the coop.
In the coop this week.
Right.
I don't really have much. I have my cloud chaser. I didn't do that much on this though. I don't remember doing that much on it. I finished this side. You can see the ribbing on that part of the front. And then I picked up this side of the front. So I
head the other way. Huh?
Yep. But that's not that one. I guess a couple inches. Yeah. Because I was knitting on other stuff. And this is with Knit Picks Swish DK Marina.
Yeah, you were busy on trying to wrap up
your
special top secret project.
Yeah. And then I worked on my Trillion, which is the Martina Bim pattern, and my Desert Vista Dye Works Cherry Blossom. Chocolate covered cherry.
For our Bim along.
Yep. So I did quite a bit on this one. About 7 inches. From there to there.
Cool. Your chocolate covered cherry.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me. So, yep.
Cool.
So a little bit on that. This is a fun, easy knit. I'm breezing through. That's on size 3 needles.
Yeah.
I love working with that yarn.
Okay. Oh, is it my turn?
It's in your coop.
Hey,
Do you have a coop?
I have a coop and it's got cameras on it. Look at that. I am working on the hitchhiker. I don't know if there's a picture in here or not of that. Let's see. Excuse my...
There's pictures right there on front, babe.
Oh, it's not in color, so it doesn't show up that well. There's a picture of someone wearing it. I'm doing that.
It's the designer, I think.
Okay. She thinks it's the designer. I don't know. So I'll trust her on that one. But I am doing this in the Desert Vista. Oh, let's see, there's the Desert Vista. Proud as a peacock colorway. It's an awesome color.
Pretty.
Yeah, all
it
caked
looks
up.
just like the feathers. Guess I should have had the feathers here.
Yeah, that would have...
Be even better with the real bird.
Yeah. She's been hinting that she wants a peacock, so I didn't do a lot. I must confess. You know, drum roll, one more tooth. So yeah, I've been trying to get time in here, and it just seemed like I'm always busy. But there's my little Dicky-Doo, and I just got a little bit done. I do need to. The problem that I have with this is it's darker yarn, and at night I need to take my contacts out so I can even see what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's darker and smaller.
Yeah.
And so, novice knitter here, I skewer the yarn all the time if I'm not paying attention. So it's easy once I get going, because a lot of it's,
No, when you go 2-3 weeks without knitting, it doesn't make it very easy. No, that's whine.
Yeah. So, but I did do a little knitting, and I've neglected it, and so now I'm kind of back. I know the clock is ticking. This is why.
I did give 2 months for this knit along, so you would have plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I
might have to. Now, how many things can a 4 tooth shawl fit onto? So. We'll see how far I get. I know it's got like 40 some odd of those to do, so. And that's, I know, whine. It's underway. It's made some progress, so maybe by next week I'll have a couple more teeth. But it's coming along.
So even if you did one a night, you could have 7 teeth.
I could have 7 teeth by next week. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could. Or I could have the fire under my hiney, and I could get knitting like crazy and just finish that up.
Yeah.
I'm an optimist, by the way.
And I'm not.
So we'll see. Come back next week and find out if I actually get much further than that at all. So we'll see. And that's we'll pull you back. You have to come next week to see how I'm doing. But so that's all that's in my coop.
So I have a flown the coop. This is a Jenna Krupar pattern, George the Giant Squid, which was a gift from Sadie Blue Ruin of the Yarnivore podcast. And this was done in my spun right round hand spun. That's not in here no more because I put it away. I didn't have any. I think I had a yard left.
Yeah, I know you were having issues with that.
Yeah. So, you want to meet him? Is that the lurking eye? So here he is. It's so big. Let me pull him all the way back here. Got his eyes on, and all his butt.
Tentacles
and his arms, and that's all done. And I think those were the fins. Mm-hmm. The fins were actually done in my Punky Brewster yarn because I ran out. You
were running short.
Yeah, I was like, oh. So here's he up. Ooh, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, that's a lot bigger than I guess the giant squid really sums it up because it was a lot bigger. I was looking at the pictures, expecting it to be about half that size. So
I love him, and I can't wait to gift him. So So yeah, he's been hidden in this bag
Yeah.
until June 5th.
Hidden in the deep, huh? Until he can
deep.
surface, huh?
Yep. So,
Cool. That
Yep.
turned out really good.
and some of the reviews, or other project pages, they had said how fiddly. I didn't really think it was fiddly. The only thing was because I knit with a size 4 with my worsted weight yarn. I'm really, it hurts my hand, but that has nothing to do with the pattern, so I wouldn't knit it again. But I don't knit anything really
I was
twice.
gonna say you don't
It's
usually double up on
but
the
yeah,
patterns.
it turned out so cool. So
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
yay!
Yay.
I forgot where I'm at.
Well, we're at the
Farmer's Market. Huh.
Farmer's Market.
Want to mention, because this will be the last time mentioning Rosie Retro. She has the rosieretro.etsy.com shop. She has the coupon code Rosie Summer, and that gives you 10% off until June 1st. And she's got stitch markers, bags, and it was so nice of her to, because that was a long time she gave the 10% off discount. So
Hopefully you guys
yeah.
took advantage or are taking advantage of that.
Yep,
But
she's
that's
got
going
lots
to
of
be
goodies in her shop.
wrapping up here in the next week.
Yeah, before our next podcast, so
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I
So
mentioned
if you've
it.
been drooling over those things, go and shop now. So
And
you
also the Desert Vista Dye Works coupon for our BIM-along is good and only till the end of May. So
Okay.
the 15% off, Wolf Farms 15 or Wolf 15.
can, you can get stuff like that.
She's got lots of new colors up too, which I'm drooling over. That toucan one, that one's calling me. She's got some pretty ones. You could just go and get them all.
Yeah, 15 pages. Talk about an order.
Oh yeah, wouldn't she? Crap. So, yep, Susan's awesome. And then A. Megara, which is Angel, has her Mayflower shawl with $1 off until May 31st, and that's the did I say Mayflower shawl? Yeah, with the code shawl4 to get $1 off of that. So I wanted to mention that again before that coupon code expires.
Yeah, everything in May is going to wrap up in the next week, so you can't wait
The
any
Hatch
longer.
and Knit is ending next week, so someone else will be getting some yummy Sheep Dreamery yarn.
Yeah, we'll have that for the next podcast.
Some yummy Sheep Dreamery yarn. So that's for our Hatch and Knit. So some lucky winner next week will get a skein out of her shop.
Yeah, or win gift certificates for Wolf Farms.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find Antiques Trinket, which I showed you the shawl gem last week. That was a review. That is June 1st.
Yeah, so
It opens. tixtrinkets.etsy.com. So you can go
this
get
coming
these. Are
Saturday.
Cool. Yeah, that shop will be opening, which that's Jet Girl's mama. Hey Yuri, that's pretty. I love that.
Yeah, lots of stuff wrapping
Lots
up.
of stuff opening. So where am I at? Because I thought I'm at to where
You're
I'm.
at Farmer's Market and then to Market.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I'm getting distracted by
I know.
by my iPad here. I gotta.
Focus.
I know. American Pie
I was
wedding
gonna
reference.
I'm gonna say I know those.
I know that
I
one.
know those that know the movie would know the line. Yeah.
So.
We're just full of movie hidden references. Let's just put it that way.
Let's go wee like a pig this week. We had our segment stolen, purloined last week by the Knitmore
girls.
Knitmore girls. Them young Knitmore girls. And so we have to steal our segment back.
Yeah.
And,
Thank them for mentioning us and utilizing our segment in their podcast. So
yeah, I was like, oh. So that was pretty cool.
yeah.
So thank you, Jasmine and Gigi. And my squeal like a pig this week was I got some yummy yarn in the mail. And this is a new shop that's going to be opening June 4th. And it's called Knitter's Nightmare, Yarns and Fiber. And this is Sadie of the Yarnivore podcast. She's Blue Ruin on Ravelry, and We Shoot Stars on Plurk. And dum dum da dum 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 da dum. She's getting married today, and it's her birthday.
Wow,
a twofer. Guess her hubby won't never forget.
Well, let's put it this way: if he forgets big.
Yeah.
You got two things you're going to miss out on if you don't remember that date. So.
Yeah, I think he'd be in the dog house.
I think so.
So this is her skeleton sock. It's 100% superwash merino, 400 yards. And I got to show you how adorable this is. It's already ready for you to go. So when you get that skein, you can just knit right it on. And this is called Dawn's Morning Watermelon. And I just, of course, yes, I teared up. So there's her logo in her shop. And I think it's just Knitter's Nightmare. I'm going to have it linked. But look at this. And this is a seedless watermelon. But you know, in a seedless watermelon, there's always the little bitty edible white seeds. That just totally made me salivate. Making me salivate, Sadie. So I was so excited to get this. And then she also sent her button, and she's got a no, it's not a nose ring. God, it's a zipper pull.
Well, I guess you could put that through
it in your nose ring. Or belly button
You're
thing.
Funny, honey.
Get my belly button pierced and so yeah, that was so cool. I squealed.
Pretty awesome.
Yep. And I have to read her little thing here. It says, Dyer, knitter, podcaster, crazy cat lady in training. It just totally cracked me up. So thank you, Sadie.
Yeah. And congratulations.
So, yeah. I can't wait till later. So, yep.
Awesome.
And it is amazingly squishy.
Yeah.
I even told you,
Yeah.
I thought it had cashmere in it. Cashmere is what I called it. It's a new word. Cashmere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay.
Good stuff. Glad I went by the post office.
I know, huh?
Pick that up for you.
So, picking on the farm.
Picking on the farm.
Wow,
I know
2 new things this week.
I know. I've been
got off the pot.
Well, I had, it's been a while since I'd done the picking on the farm thing, and and I know I'd gone through here, I think starting at the beginning of the year, kind of talking about things to look for your camera and, that sort of thing, and how to use the camera and the settings and what those mean. And so looking for inspiration for stuff to talk about, because my dilemma here is, I know this is, we're kind of geared more towards the Ravelry world, so knitting and stuff. I don't want to go too far into specifically photography, because the audience is more knitters, and not that we're against photography, but I can't really get into depth about it. But I was inspired to, actually I almost did this last week, but we were kind of running out of time. I got a new lens for my camera, and I thought I would talk specifically about things that you would need to consider for certain types of lenses. So I just bought a new wide-angle lens for my digital camera, and there's certain things that you need to know about about wide-angle photography that you need to kind of consider when you're taking pictures. Now, this lens is a lot wider than the widest lens I had before, and that's why I bought it. But with wide-angle photography, there's things that that you need to consider when you're taking pictures. One of the things with wide-angle photography, particularly if you go really wide, is that it will start to bow lines on the outside edges. So if you have like architecture, buildings and that sort of thing, kind of have to watch for where your lines are bowing. The other thing that you need to consider also is the perspective. I mentioned this kind of when we were talking about cameras before, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself again. But one of the things with wide-angle lenses is that it exaggerates the size of things that are really close in comparison to things that are far away. So if you wanted to take a picture and accentuate the foreground, wide angle really does that. And you see that a lot with the landscape photography, because you'll see all the front, the brush and whatever's in the foreground shows up really nice, and then you can catch the really wide panoramics, the grandiose landscape that picks up all the whole mountain range and stuff. The wide angle does that because basically you can think of it as kind of you're looking, your normal vision of sight would be comparable to a 50 millimeter lens. So the wider you go, it opens up that angle of view, and so it starts to pick up everything around, and that's part of one of the things that causes the distortion on the edges. The better lenses actually don't distort as bad as the lower cost lenses, and that's because of some of the optical properties that they build into the lenses. They actually can correct for that, but it's a lot more glass and it costs a lot more money to design, and so you end up spending more money on a better lens that doesn't do that. So those are the things you need to consider. Another thing you need to consider with the wide-angle lenses is if you're doing architecture, you're taking pictures of buildings or anything, even trees. If you're taking pictures you go out to the redwood forest and you're taking pictures, when you tilt a wide-angle lens up, the lines will start to converge. And this is because the angle of view, I'll show this on my camera. If you take a picture like this, the plane of focus where the camera's actually taking a picture is in line with the things that stand straight up. As you tilt the camera up to try and get more into the lens, the lines will start to converge at the top. So you start seeing the pictures, people tilting up, and your building goes like this, and the lines at the top will converge at the top. So if you're taking pictures of those things, the less amount you tilt up, the more it'll look straight up and down. So, and that's something you could play with. You can actually exaggerate the lines by tilting the camera. One of the things I'm into is view photography, view camera photography. This is the old bellows type cameras, and they're designed to actually correct for that, where you leave the film flat, and you can actually tilt the lens pointed up, and then your lines stay straight because the film is in line with the buildings and stuff like that. But those are the things you need to consider with the wide-angle lens. And basically, the wider you go, the more exaggeration you get. So on the curvature of the outside, you'll start to see that bow. You hear about fisheye lenses. I know they sell fisheye lenses. And those are where you actually get where it looks like a big old circle, because everything turns into a ball because of it picks up 180 degrees, but it turns into a circle because that's how it works. One thing to consider too is, depending on the lens that you get, some lenses now, because the digital SLR cameras have the interchangeable lenses. If you have the little point and shoot, you're kind of stuck with that lens that's in there. But if you have a digital SLR camera, you have a wide variety of lenses. One thing you need to consider on that is the type of camera you have, because the digital SLR cameras have a smaller. Some of them have smaller digital sensors than others. The camera that I have, actually, the sensor size is the same size as 35 millimeter film, but a lot of the newer digital SLRs, particularly on the consumer end would have a smaller sensor. They're about one sixth, or they're like 60% of the size of a film. So the area is smaller. So when you have a wide angle lens, they actually work. They're not as wide because there's less area that they're actually picking up. So you need to you can buy wide angle lenses that are geared specifically for those cameras, and I think it's called APS-C size. So look at the lenses when you're shopping. Make sure that it's going to work for your camera. But that's a little bit I wanted to talk about on the picking on the farm. If you have questions, photography related, you could ask in the Ravelry. I'd like to kind of do like a film school class type of thing throughout the weeks. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. Where one of the great things with photo class is that you get feedback, and so it's not a one-way thing where I'm just dumping it out there and I don't know if you guys are understanding or, and a lot of it is also feedback, because I need to see what's being done and I can give feedback, and that's where you kind of learn as you go. So I'm debating on how to approach that, but I'm going to try and get more of the picking on the farm stuff in there to kind of help you out with your photography and whatnot. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot of times on what I'm doing, so...
Yeah, but not everybody watches every podcast.
I know, but I'd still be repeating myself. And like I said, I've tried to keep it at the I know we have people that could care less about photography. We have people that are so much into photography. I could probably talk to them about a whole world of stuff, and then we have probably the majority of people they take pictures, and I hope the tips. I'm kind of gearing for that. Majority of the people. I don't want to get too much detail, because I think it won't benefit a majority of the people that are watching us. So, but like I said, I'm always willing to answer questions, and if you have thoughts about what you'd like me to cover on the podcast here, you could always shoot me a PM or whatever, and I can see what I could work out. But I'm trying to come up with something so that I keep the picking on the farm going, and you guys, I think, give you something that you can enjoy. So let me flick it back to you in ZZ Top fashion.
So in the arena this week, I listened to a new audio podcast. It's called Reese's Pieces. I knew I would do that. Reese's Pieces podcast, and it's an audio podcast, and she is Reese's Pieces on Ravelry, and her name is Rachel. She has 5 episodes, and she is on iTunes. She also has a blog spot, so that's where you can find her show notes. And it's she goes over her whips and her finished objects and spinning, and so it was really good and kept me entertained. And so she has a Ravelry group too, so you can join that. And
cool.
So that was fun this week. And Angel Mom 3 contacted me, and she's really involved with the Halos of Hope, which is organizing a chemo hat drive. And Moore, Oklahoma is in need of these hats, which is where they... I'm losing my voice.
The tornado.
The tornado, yes. Yeah. And the medical center in Moore, Oklahoma was destroyed during that tornado. And they're launching a campaign to send...
That tomato?
Did I say tomato?
Yeah. Tornado. It's okay.
I've been in the garden too much. Yeah, maybe I'm low.
Well, it's not a funny thing, but no. Yeah, it was...
Yes. Anyways, they're launching a campaign to send hats to the Regional Cancer Center there, as well as 2 American Cancer Center Society offices close by. They had an oncology staff there, and they need lightweight cotton blend hats. As the weather's getting warm, it's in the 80s and 90s. They're targeting about 150 hats they would like to get for this drive. there's a Halos of Hope group that you can go get more information, and she's already linked this in our charity group thread, so you can go get the information there. Also, if you sew, you can kind of help them make turbans or headscarves out of the cotton fabric that they could also use. So I wanted to mention that, and thank you, Angel Moon 3, for putting that in our thread. So I want to mention the Knitting Brooklyn, the Preemie Hat drive that she's been doing ends May 29th, so just a couple more days to get those hats to TB McCarthy. There's a whole bunch missing. I thought, where's the rest of my show notes?
What'd you do?
You didn't print them all.
I pressed print. I'll take the blame.
So roundup on the fly.
What more should there be?
I don't know.
No,
What the Duck. What the Duck. I started the thread for our SOS Summer of Stuffy Along, and that's for June, July, August. I have the thread started this week for chatter, and so you can discuss what you're wanting to make and all of that good stuff. And because I always forget the chatter threads, because I don't do it for the hatching it, because you just enter whatever. And but with the BIM along, it's been really fun, and
yeah, there's been a lot of participation in the
chatter.
I'm
you
distracting you.
totally got me distracted.
Yes, I know. I can't help it. But okay, are we wrapping things up then?
Yep. So if
don't forget, we have the strawberry lip balm. It's going to be added to the shop. You can try it out for free. Use the coupon code TRYME for the next week, and make sure you $10 or more of other products. Put that in your cart. Use the coupon code during checkout, and that will be discounted. So you'll get that. Don't forget, you can also get a free Wolf Farm video podcast button with any paid order. Simply add in the comments area that you would like us to send one along, and we'll be happy to include that with your order. So.
A crow just landed right here. It was like totally tripped me out, and I'm like, ooh, big bird.
It's on our rail right here on our porch, and he's a fan. He's watching us film lives.
Do I need to eat crow over something? He's staring at me.
Yeah, we have a couple that live around here. So.
Or what's that, Edgar Allan Poe?
No.
So today, or tomorrow, is actually Memorial Day. So...
got our patriotic shirts, so
wanted to thank those all who have served, all those who are still serving. We just thank you so much for the freedom you have given us and all that you do for our country. And so until next time,
let's get cracking
and
hatching it. Bye, y'all.